Servants of the Supernatural is a 2008 work of non-fiction by the York University sociologist Antonio Melicky. It charts the rise and fall of spiritualism in the 19th century, particularly in Britain and America. What makes it so interesting is its ending, so expect spoilers. It's largely agreed nowadays that spiritualism developed from an earlier phenomenon called mesmerism, a pseudoscience founded by a German doctor called Anton Mesmer in the 18th century. Mesmer believed that all living things contain an innate magnetic energy which can be manipulated to effect cures. The power of suggestion undoubtedly had something to do with it, and mesmerism inadvertently invented what later came to be called hypnotism. Mesmer's school, however, began to notice that sometimes the subjects of trances reported seeing things whilst under hypnotic influence that couldn't readily be explained from sense experience. Perhaps they were accessing realms after death. The second stage in the story came when two sisters in New York claimed that they'd made contact through a series of audible raps with a murdered peddler. The Fox sisters, Kate and Margaret, became celebrities overnight and began holding seances. The whole thing became an Anglo-American craze. For a long time, science remained equivocal. Maybe there was a way of accessing an after-death dimension. Gradually, however, the skeptics began to carry the day. Try as they might, however, they couldn't make much progress with the wider public. That changed when a New York medium called Henry Slade came to London in the late 1860s. Slade provided a number of spirit messages to scientific eminences, but then tried the same thing on a zoologist called Edwin Lancaster, a crusading skeptic. Lancaster instituted criminal proceedings against Slade under the 1824 Vagrancy Act, which forbade unlawful means and devices to deceive and impose. In court, however, Lancaster cut a poor figure. Like a lot of academics, he was probably better on paper than in person. The prosecution began to fall apart. Slade looked likely to walk. Then up stepped the mystery expert witness, a professional conjurer called John Neville Maskelyne. Maskelyne was able to replicate Slade's tricks for the courtroom, and he was witty with it, and he obviously wowed the jury. The trial turned from a damp squib into a sensation. Slade's supporters exploded with indignation. Henceforth, the fate of spiritualism was sealed. But it wasn't the scientists who consigned it to oblivion, not really. It was 19th century equivalents of Derren Brown and David Blaine. I can't help feeling there's a message for us all in there somewhere.